And we're back. Good quick pause for the cause there. Brother Dave, what's on your mind?
So, a few weeks ago now, the fam and I, we all went down to Evansville and ended up at the Costco.
To get vodka.
But I was walking around the TV section a little bit. The TV in my bedroom is a TV I bought right out of college back in 2007. And it's old Vizio, still working good, but, you get old, your eyes aren't what they were. It weighs 120 pounds. The speakers don't work so well. So I was thinking, I told the bride, I was like, tell you the truth, that 50-inch in the shop would be perfect in here, and then I could put a 70-inch out there because now we're sitting long ways of the shop for the TV, and I just feel like it's too small for the...
I would agree. Concur.
For the area. So I was poking around there just seeing what things were out there these days. But as I was walking around an end cap with the boys, I saw a dadgum Polaroid camera. No screen on it. Now it's just like $100 for the camera and daggone 15, films that come out of there or whatever you want to call it. But I just thought that was cool as hell to see a Polaroid coming back.
We have 3 of them.
Really?
Yep.
Dang.
Like real ones. Well,
Like the black old school ones?
no. One of them is pink. One of them is black. And then actually the third one belongs to Aunt Grace, and it's actually white. And it's actually a Polaroid brand.
These are Polaroid brand.
Right. So the Polaroid camera game in the Mosner household is strong because I think Aunt Grace got one for Christmas, or somehow she got one there a few years ago, and the kids absolutely fell in love with them because it's instant reward. Well,
But it's also way better than just your phone picture.
Yeah.
You can tack it up on a wall.
right. So Evelyn got one first, and then Eleanor got one shortly thereafter. But we actually have taken them everywhere. And for my sister-in-law's wedding, my sister-in-law Grace, her wedding in Arizona, it was actually a huge proponent of the wedding.
Nice.
Because, like, they were out for anybody to use.
Yeah, remember when everybody had the disposable cameras? You put them out at weddings.
So we did that, and we never got them developed.
Do you still have them?
Yeah, but they're like, I don't even know if we still have them. I think my mother-in-law and father-in-law have them or had them, and they were in a big bag. And
I bet there's at least 3 pecker shots on there.
Oh, 100%. I know there is for sure. But
I
I
was
just
at your wedding, and I just had, here, take pictures. I would definitely take a picture of my unimpressive flaccid pecker
I wonder though, like how long they're good for.
I think you'd be surprised they've been in a bag, and I think CVS will still.
I was gonna say,
So I
can you
think
remember? Can you remember like your parents taking that roll of Kodak into like
Yeah.
CVS?
Well, shit, yeah, dropping them off at Walmart or whoever had the
photography class in 9th grade.
Oh boy, whoever had the good God, the plot thickens. Whoever had the photo, whoever had the photo center.
Oh, sorry.
No, I got 150% remember like the little black film, and you know why? Because my mom, we had a couple really nice Fuji cameras through the years that I could remember, and Mom would have the film, and like okay, if you want to swap the roll, go ahead, but don't let the light. You gotta get them cranked up and get them right back in that tube and get that gray cap on as soon as you can.
Yeah.
Okay, so we get that, and then you go get your film developed, and then you'd get that film, the negatives and all that stuff back. It would be in that tube, and then me and Dad would use those film cap canisters for dough piss.
Yeah.
You'd put a tampon in there with some dough piss with a big, like a 10-foot string, and then you'd use that for your drag rag on your way into your tree stand. So like we have all kinds of little film, I had one, my dad had one, my brother had one in our hunting packs that was full of dough piss and a tampon. So we would repurpose those film canisters. But anyway, the Polaroid deal is pretty remarkable because, like you said, they're expensive, and to buy the film, their cartridges and the refills are pretty expensive too. But also, the disposable camera game, had we had those developed immediately when we got married, it probably would have been astronomically cheaper than what it would cost to get them developed today.
If you could find them, though, that'd be a pretty cool blast from the past.
I wonder if we could. I bet they threw them away after so long. I really do. I'll have to reach out to my mother-in-law and find out if she still has a few, maybe just a handful of them. But I remember Justine and I went online we did go online and we ordered like, God dang, I bet there was probably maybe 50 of them, 100.
24 pictures a piece.
100 or 50, 100 or whatever, however many of them, and we put them on the tables.
Yeah.
Like a table favor. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And we just put them on there, And then we had a big box by the sign-in table that, when they were empty, put them in there. And we had them for a long time, but I bet you they're gone. I bet you they were thrown away.
That's I think you still see a lot of them at weddings, just like you're talking about, the disposable camera, snap photos.
Well, I honestly do believe that the snap photos and the disposable cameras went away when the people started getting the mobile photo booths. Like the photo booths where they've got the props and all the things and all that shit.
That's a big business. And now they've grown that business to do the 360.
And another
where
thing,
the camera goes around you.
another thing too is where like a lot of these like wedding photographers and videographers and things like that, they will you'll have a QR code, and then you take photos on your phone
And upload them.
and then upload them to that QR code, and then it becomes in one big album or database of these photos, and then everybody can sign in to Lindemann Wedding, da-da-da-da-da, and then you just click on the link, and then there they are. Like,
Yeah.
you can do all that shit for your viewing pleasure. But, yeah, so Polaroid cameras at Costco. Yeah, no, they're, like I said, I know for a fact we have 2 of them for sure at our house, and then maybe, I know Gracie has one also. And they took a shit ton of photos while in Arizona, and Evelyn and like the girls' room downstairs is just littered with them. Like,
Really?
everywhere. Yeah,
That's cool.
like my girls are real big into those. So yeah, it's kind of a neat thing.
Yeah, that's all I had. It's like, oh man, something that's not a screen, and whatever.
Polaroid.
Well, Polaroid or Polaroid, but not Polaroid.
Yeah. Yeah, $150 on Best Buy, $139 through Polaroid.com, $160.
Is Kodak even around as a company anymore?
No.
They
Really?
They don't exist at all.
$109 through here's the ones that we have, the Fujifilm Instamax.
Okay.
That's the ones we have. They're like these units here.
Yeah, the ones that I saw look like the old school Polaroids.
Did it have the
Flip
big
up
flash
top.
thing that
Yeah,
flap
flips
up? Yeah, Grace has got one just like that. Now ours are these Fujifilm Instamax.
Okay.
They're still $90. You know what I mean, for those. But I mean, it's like a blast from the past, man.
Yeah,
it's
I
pretty
dig it.
cool. Really cool.
They, you were talking about, I mean, it's not Polaroid related, but we were at Sam's Club. And when you walk into Sam's, they got all the TVs there.
Yeah.
And the price point that you can buy, like you were talking about,
A
like they had
gargantuous
70-inch TVs for like $500.
Oh yeah.
So that 32-inch Vizio.
I remember.
have in there.
Okay, I cannot wait for this because I Shirley was telling me the same shit when Sony Vios came out.
Yeah, so I bought my first house, and I went to sign all the paperwork, and they were like, at first. And she was like, well.
You broke dick mother.
She was like, Kenny called, the guy that owned the place I worked at, and he like vouched for me that I had a job because they didn't know who the hell I was, never heard my last name. She was like, the problem is you don't have bad credit, but you have no credit. Like, you've never had a credit card? I was like, no. what about a vehicle payment? I was like, no, you just bought them. I was like, pay my insurance. She's like, well, that doesn't count. She's like, what about bills? I was like, oh, yeah, I had a apartment down at school, I paid my electric bill. She was like, no cable, no nothing. I'm like, nope. She's like, okay, well, you seem like a smart kid. You need some credit in your life. She was like, and if you're just paying for cash with everything, if you got the cash, she's like, just go buy something with a credit card. Just something small, because you need some damn credit. I'm like, okay. So I was like, and I still had a 24-inch TV that was bigger than that speaker up there, and weighed 97 pounds, like the old CRT thing or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So I went to Best Buy. Nope. Circuit City.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
And I bought that 32-inch Vizio flat screen. It was still like this wide or whatever, weighs like 87 pounds. But I think it was like $800.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, man, I am doing it. Yeah, that 50-inch, I think, was $200 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unreal, the price of it.
I think Shirley said the first one that he bought was like a Sony Vaio. Or not, Vaio was a laptop. What was the Sony Aquos?
Yeah, because he got it at the company store.
Yeah. What were they called? Oh,
I don't remember.
it was the Aqua, something to do with water. Sony's, they're big.
That was a Bravia.
Maybe it was a Bravia. You're right. It was Sony Bravia.
Real close to water.
And anyway, I think he said that some bitch was like $5,000 for a great big one. And because they bought that house in Terre Haute, they were both working. Maria was teaching, the whole thing. And he's like, yeah, man, like the first television we bought, we got it on a low payment plan, but it ended up being like $5,000 for this fucking gargantuous TV.
It is.
Or some astronomical number. But hell, Black Friday, you could probably find, like when they have those big blowouts on Black Friday or whatever, those Amazon Prime days and shit like that, you can find 50, 60, 70-inch TVs now, like Dave said, for paying, a couple, $300-$400.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
Next TV in the house is going to be a ultra short throw laser projector. Because I can't go any bigger than the 75 or 80 inch that I got in there without covering the speakers that I put in the wall. So I'm just going to put like a drop down screen because it'll still go through the fabric. It's the sound waves.
It
You know
really
what I mean?
sounds like sometimes you make things more complicated than they need to be. It seems like a lot
I like
of work.
what I like. I like what I like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm not going to.
And those short throw projectors, they're like 13 inches away from the wall. You can get like 118 inches still. So it'll just sit right there on top of the little fireplace thingamajig. And then I'll just have screen and 10-foot screen right there. But they're like, the cheap ones are like $3 or $4 still.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah,
we have
probably won't do
we
that.
have
Well, by the time I buy it, they'll be a lot cheaper.
the TVs in our household. This is how much we don't.
I have two.
We've got the one in our living room.
We've had this conversation before 100 times.
is from Janelle's, like that Janelle had. That's the nice one that sits out there. And then her.
And it's not big either.
No.
It's very modest.
And then the one in our bedroom, her aunt bought a new TV. So we got one of these, like you were talking about, like Sony, like thick bastard that's freaking heavy. And it's in our bedroom. And then I've got the one that I had in law school that was like bought at like Walmart or Best Buy brand, 32-inch. Baby just keeps on, because I can remember having the conversation with my parents, and they're like, "Well, it's not a name brand. It wasn't a Vizio, it wasn't a Sony, it wasn't." So there was some trepidation, and the guy was like, "The company name that's over there makes this one. They just slap a different sticker on it."
I think we have a.
I wish I could think of the name.
I know I got the one in my garage is the biggest TV that I own, and I got it from Zach Bushketter, and it's a Vizio. I'm pretty sure the one that's in my living room is a 50-inch plasma screen that's 20 years old for sure. It's an LG. And then the one that's actually in my, oh, wait a minute, we got another one. The one that's in my bedroom is an Insignia. There you go, an Insignia, like a 32-inch or some shit, some small one. And then we just got one there 3 weeks ago, and for Maxwell to put in his room to play his fucking video games on. That's probably around the same size as that unit. You know what I mean? That just a small one.
Yeah.
That he does nothing besides play Fortnite on.
Now, when we do the remodel up on the hill, whenever the podcast money comes in and we can finally do it, I told Janelle, like, I want an actual, like, theater room.
Yeah.
To where you've got to...
You going to put high back recliners and have your carpet scented like popcorn?
Not scented, but we will have the most comfortable lazy boys you can find. Our friends over there at Best Home Furnishings.
A whole squad full of beasts.
And because I'm in...
You going to put black, very tight knit carpet that looks like movie theater park?
I haven't thought that far ahead.
Okay.
I literally just thought a nice...
I feel like I've got too many TVs.
You got like 15.
Yeah.
13.
That's unreal.
That's insane. Hey, if you're listening to this now at this point, how many TVs do you have in your home? Do you get close to the 13?
Comment below.
Comment below. Yeah.
Smash that like button. And
Polaroid's coming back, and then we hijacked it with TV talk.